people you have good weed. And I commend you because you use discretion. You get your weed from somebody called a guy. I don't know who this guy is. You can ask any white dude anywhere. Where you get your weed from? I get it from this guy. I see him on Tuesdays. You want me to pick you up something? That's all you get. Ask a brother, yo dogs, where you get your weed from? From my cousin. He at the Holiday Inn right down the street. Won't you call him from your cell phone so you could lock the number in? Then they wonder why they get caught. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and your car is orange. That's why you got caught. You need a guy. I had to go back and learn fractions just to buy weed from white people. I didn't know nothing about eighths or quarters or nothing like that. Nobody told me that if the bottom number was bigger, you get less. I had to rush down to Home Depot to get one of them rulers with the lines on them. The guy was like, what you using it for? Like, I'm buying an eighth from a white guy. Which one is the eighth? Is that the little short line next to the quarter? Because I don't want to get ripped off. I want the right length. I'm on the phone telling my friends, don't worry about it. I got 2 1/64ths coming. We'll just put one in the freezer. This should last us till Christmas.
The thing is, when I got dumped, I found out my weed man got engaged. Thank you. Let that sink in, because when the weed man gets engaged and onto adulthood before you a fucking loser, man. That's how it goes down. Because this is the same dude. This is the same guy who the week before he told me he was getting engaged, he told me the following thing. You know, you had to go get the weed from the weed man because you got to spend some time with him before he gives you the pot. That's the rule. So he's like, hey, man, get in the car. Sit down. Hey, man, hey, I got a question. Have you ever been with a girl and you want her to do Molly, but she doesn't want to do Molly? And you're like, cool. So you guys are drinking and partying, and then later on that night, you start making out, and then you start fucking her, and then you start hitting doggy style, and then you take a little bit of Molly, then you put it on your finger, then you put it up her butt, bro. Have you ever done that, bro? I'm like, what the fuck are you saying to me, man? Where them pearls at? Wow, man. Get that rapey information off my eardrums, dude. I can just see that on the next episode of Law & Order SVU, and like Ice-T got to explain that to the other cops. Like, yeah, it's called a Molly Pudding Pop, where you put Molly on your finger and put it on the butt for a fast sensation. Hey, I'm Brian Babylon. You keep rocking!
You guys gotta know, too, that, like, the only thing that happens when you legalize weed is that, you know, stoners have nothing left to talk about. Like, that's it. Literally, the day we legalized weed, all the potheads in Colorado were like, well, shit, that was pretty much our plans for the day. So, what are we gonna do now? How about we fix our roads and schools? And they did. It's the only time weed made everyone more productive. It was amazing. It's like legalizing weed was like we just had to get it out of the way so we could like do real shit, you know? Yes! Yeah, legalizing weed is like, it was like, for liberals, legalizing weed is like jerking off first thing in the morning, you know? Like, you just gotta do it so you can be productive, you know? And have a good day. That's it. It's great. I don't know, people worry, like, people always say, you know, if we legalize weed, there's gonna be more drugs in the hands of young people. But when you think about it, most weed dealers right now, as it stands, are 16-year-olds. Like, they have all of the weed. The pot shops will put them out of business. That's what we need. I currently buy weed from a kid named Zach, whose mom loves him way more than she should, you know? Legalizing weed is gonna ruin his business model. He's gonna have to sell his dirt bike. It's gonna happen, you know? Get his shit together. Also, like, it's not high schoolers you gotta worry about. It's like white moms and all of their friends, you know? They're the ones who are getting way too high. And I know this because I have a white mom and she has friends, okay? And they all have the exact same story, which is like, I took half of an edible, it didn't work in 20 minutes, so I took another edible, a whole one, and then I got so high I went into menopause 10 years early. Wild. Because the the thing is, like, today's weed is like 70s weed on meth, you know? So they think that just because they smoked a couple groovy doobs back in the day means that they're ready to try a weed called Anger Venom OG. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't happen that way. That's another thing. Have you noticed that they name the weeds like warnings of what's gonna happen to you? Like, you go into the dispensary and they're like, so this is our new strain. It's called Holy Shit, My Eyebrows Hurt. This next one is it's an indica sativa blend. It's called Neck Punch. You're gonna find out. You'll find out. And this last one over here is just called Ha Ha. That's the whole thing. That's it. Has anyone here ever like actually been in a dispensary? Yeah. It's like, so for those of you who have not, it's a lot. Like, it's wild. Like, you go in there and they make you like sit in a waiting room, and then a guy comes and gets you and he's like, hey, I'm Seth, I'm gonna be your KEO today. That's Kush Executive Officer. And you're like, which, by the way, I learned you do not need a business degree for that, just so you know. And then he like leads you through, he gives you like a tour of the shop. And he's like, here's our edibles, our drinkables, our lotions, our oils, our tinctures, our flowers. You're like, dude, just fucking make me drive around the block with you and put it in a bag. I don't care. I just want, like, I get that it's legal, but make me feel like it's not, you know? That's what I want. Feel like it's not. I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I don't know anything about weed. They need to make a dispensary for people like me that's just called, like, my brother's weird friends dispensary. You know?
Well, I can't smoke in public anymore. That's the kind of person that I have to do it at the end of the night, like a teacher trying to unwind. Like, that's who I, you know what I mean? It's like those fucking kids, you know? Every goddamn day. Every day. Because literally the last time I was in public in New York City, I was outside of a comedy club, and I was smoking weed alone. I don't want to brag. But I want to paint a picture. I was not, like, posted up against a comedy club with, like, a blunt coming out of my mouth, being like, fuck the police. Like, that's not me. I was tucked in the doorway next to a comedy club, and I was, like, smoking out of a little one-hitter and frantically looking around for anybody. And in that moment, I swear to God, a police raid decided to happen to the building I was standing out front of. 10 years I lived in New York City, never even seen one. Now there's one happening to me in real time. And they're all coming in waves. There was 12 police cars that screeched up. There were dogs. Then like assault rifle gangs came by. There was a guy with a battering ram coming towards me, making direct eye contact. Just like he was moving directly towards me. And of course, being stoned, I just assumed they're there for me, you know, of course. So I had two choices. I was like, I could either just like put it away and just walk calmly back into the comedy club, or I could do what I did, which was have a complete breakdown. That's what I decided. I was like, I did it! I like laid on the ground, I fucking spread out. I was admitting to crimes I didn't commit. I was like, I stole from the church. Like it just sound, you know what I mean? Like it just. And of course they weren't there for me. They were just like, out of the way, miss, and then went to where they had to go. Here's the thing, I know that's funny, but every time an audience laughs, it crushes me inside.
What kind of tunes you into, man?
R&B.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, real.
Yeah, dude. Some Casey and JoJo. What's that? You don't know Casey? You don't know? All my life, I pray for someone like you. Nothing good that I finally found you. By the way, I know I'm singing the song, and the lyrics were super appropriate for our relationship right now. Close to me like my brother. You never heard that shit? What kind of R&B are you into? Because Casey and JoJo, to me, is like, you know, I put them in the top 3. If there's like a Mount Rushmore, you put Casey and JoJo. Probably, you don't want to waste a head, so you probably put them together, make it double-headed. Make some room for the other legends. Who's your go-to? Who? Who is what? 2 feet away from you with the fucking microphone. You couldn't hear that question? Who's your go-to? Oh, I'm sorry. Who's your go-to? I'm sorry. I know, my mom tells me that too. You talk too fast. Fuck you, bitch. You know. I'm joking. The sweetest lady ever. My mom was very overly sweet. I got her to smoke pot with me over the summer. I was pumped on that. You know, she hadn't smoked in a long time. Because the last time she smoked she was getting ready she wanted to have kids. And then she goes, we don't know what it does to pregnancy. And I'm glad she didn't, because, you know, who knows, I could be up here being like, you know. Doing exactly what I'm doing, basically. Because it could be way different, but not, because I smoke, so I order Slurpees at 3 in the morning. I could have ordered 4 Slurpees if she had smoked when I was in the womb. And chips, you know. But we smoked, and she had not done it in a while, so she had a lot of overly cautious concerns, you know. But I was pumped because she has bad arthritis, so I was like, Mom, this might be a solid alternative method to alleviate the pain for you. And she was willing, but again, freaking out, you know. And she's fucking 67. She's just like, we're getting ready to take a hit. She's like, this is like the new pot, right? This is like the new funky weed, right? What is this, like Oprah's pussy? What is this? What is it? Isn't this like the cat in the hat weed, you know? You take a couple hits, you clean your whole fucking house. I was like, no, Mom, it's fine. It's just regular weed. She's like, okay, wait, but are we okay? Are we gonna die? She asked me if we were gonna die. And, you know, that's a lot to take on. You're just, you know. And look, I was confident in the effects of the pot. I knew where I got it from, but I was already a little fucked up. And she said it in that like concerning motherly tone that definitely makes you step back and reassess anything. When it comes from your mom, and then it's any sort of question, you go, you know, and I'm high, so fucking double paranoia. So she's like, are we gonna die? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know now. Shit, thanks for putting it out there. I want to heat up that casserole. That could be the last thing we do.
I took an indica edible. I think that's how, that shit should be classified as a date rape drug, to be honest. I'm about to fucking cancel myself. It's too much. I miss the way weed used to be. When I was growing up, you smoke a joint, it's like drinking a Bud Light, okay? You smoke a joint now, it's like 7 shots of Jack Daniels. I don't get high, I get autistic, okay? Give me the Midwest weed. I want the Midwest mids. Give me the shit I used to smoke growing the fuck up. You remember that shit? I don't even think it was weed. I just think we didn't know what kale was, you know? Like, seriously. You get pulled over in LA with that shit now, they'll just give you better shit. They will. You could smoke that shit all day long. I fucking miss it, man. Yeah, I used to buy this from this, I used to buy that weed from this wigger named Anthony. Back in high school. He was on the golf team, we used to call him Wigger Woods. He was so excited when Marshall Mathers came out. He's like, yo, bro! He dyed his hair. He's like, yo, bro, do I look like Eminem? I'm like, yo, dude, you look like Ellen. You know? It's ridiculous. Wigger Woods, man. That shit was the funniest shit ever. Some of you are looking at me all weird. Can you still say that? Like, are they canceling? Like, what are they not canceling now? They're gonna cancel the word motherfucker because it's offensive to people who fuck their own mothers, you know? It's ridiculous. And it's always white people doing this shit. They try to cancel Speedy Gonzalez. Every single Mexican called and was like, bring that shit back, on delay, you know? It's fucking ridiculous. Just give me the way shit used to be. Oh, there's a stage back there. I'm very high and I have back problems. That's what happened.
So this is kind of exciting. I just got high for the very first time in my life. Thank you. I know. Can you believe it? I'm 27. I'd never smoked meth before. I'm like, why not, you know? YOLO. Right? What that means? Smoke meth? No, I never smoked pot before because of all my allergies. Like, I'm allergic to smoke, I'm allergic to mint, so I thought maybe it's in like the same family or some shit. I don't know. Also, you never want to be the kid at a party that like smokes a joint and then your throat closes and the ambulance comes, right? That kid's a fucking bummer. No one invites that person. So I had never done it, and I finally was like, you know what? I feel like I should know what this is like. So my boyfriend brought me home a 50 milligram weed lollipop. Because he and I are both idiots. Didn't realize how strong that was. If you've never been high before and you start with a 50 milligram edible, that's like never having had alcohol and starting with a bucket of moonshine. It's like doing your driver's ed on the German Autobahn. Like, it's a lot to start with. So I had half the lollipop and was like, oh, okay, I guess this is what high feels like. And then I had the rest of the lollipop. And shit got dark real quick. I became terrified at how quickly the sun was setting. Try to calm myself down by eating some sushi, but then I just felt like I could taste the fish's childhood. And then I slept for 17 hours. I took a recreational coma, so...
I'm a weed smoker. I love weed, man. I've been smoking weed for 22 years since high school, and and weed's getting a bad rap. I don't mean like a blunt rap. People talk, people talk shit about it. Marijuana affects the memory. That's bullshit. I never forget to smoke. So weed makes you stupid. It doesn't make you stupid. It makes you smarter. All right. Been smoking weed since high school. I grew up in San Gabriel Valley in LA. We had what's called off-campus lunch. I don't know if you remember that. That's where you can go off campus, smoke weed, eat, and then you had to come back for some reason. It was, so one time I came back lit, and we had intermediate math. I had intermediate math after lunch, right? And one time I came back lit, and we had to take a test in fractions, a little pop quiz. And one of the questions on the test was, what's the difference between a quarter and an eighth? I wrote $50. Two days later, my teacher gives me the test back, written in red, it says, see me after class. I was like, fuck. Because I thought I was in trouble, right? You get something in red and you're like, thought I was in trouble. So after class, I go to my teacher. I go, hey, Mr. Galvan, am I in trouble? He's all, no, I just want to know where you get your weed from. And I get my weed exclusively from white people. Sorry, black people, but you can understand why. I'll break it down to you. When you get your weed from white people, they let you try it before you buy it. Can't get that from black people. You have to smoke them out with the shit you just got from them. In business, that's called reneging. Number two, white people have cool, magical names for their weed. No, think about it, like Chronic, Kush, Purple Purple, Juicy Fruit, Trainwreck, Northern Lights, Green Crack, Purple Horseshoes, Obama. Yeah, there's an Obama strain out there. Yes, we cannabis. Like before the show tonight, I went to my friend Josh's house. Remember Josh? Dude, what's up? That guy. Because I get my weed from Josh, right? I knocked on his door. He's all, dude, what's up, Jingles? What's up, bro? Come on, man. I got some new stuff, right? We go in the backyard. He's all, dude, I grew this all myself, dude. Look at the crystals, dude. I'm going to sell it on the street, dude. I'm going to give it a cool name. I go, dude, what are you going to call it? He's all, dude, I'm going to call it fuck, dude. I go, why are you going to call it that? He's all, dude, smell it. I went, fuck.